pelvic lift on the mat. This is an exercise from the reformer. We will do some building blocks starting with clock work, then shoulder bridge, and then using the shape and the space of the pelvic lift, we are doing a variation on your mat, considering that we don't have the car to push in and out. So bring your heels closer, knees together, roll back, and bring the heels under your knees. Create a diamond with your fingers. Legs are together, and put the diamond in between your belly and your pubic bone with your thumbs on your belly and your index on the pubic bone. Bring the elbows down towards the mat, opening the collarbone, and check that both corners of your diamond, so the four corners of your diamond are even. Inhale there. Now exhale, imagine a marble in the center of that diamond and start to roll the marble to your belly, tilting your pelvis in and imprinting the low back against the mat. And now inhale and roll the marble away of the belly. Keep longer the back of your ribs. Exhale and roll the marble in, tilting the pelvis. And inhale. Keep moving that diamond and start to pull the heels to your sitz so you feel a little more connection in your hamstrings and your glutes. Now let's realign again the four corners of your diamond. Separate your legs, sit bones apart, press the pinky toe, the big toe, and the middle part of your heel down, create like a tripod with your feet, and put your arms longer. Roll the shoulders back, pressing the outside of your tricep, lengthen your arms and kick the heels to your glutes. Lift the hips up, inhale in the air, roll the marble to your belly like you was doing in clockwork, and roll down, upper back, middle back, lower back, and hips heavy on the mat. Inhale, use your glutes for lift in one piece. Exhale, scoop the abs and roll and roll and roll, bone by bone by bone. And now let's do a different variation. Inhale here, exhale, put the marble in your belly and roll first your hips, your low back, your middle back, your upper back. Extend the hips, inhale, kicking the heels to your seats. Exhale, roll again the marble and roll down, bone by bone by bone. Let's repeat one more time. Inhale, align the four corners of your diamond. Exhale, roll the marble to your belly and roll one bone by bone, starting from the hips. Extend the hips, inhale, and roll down. When we already got that motion, spread your legs even more, wider than your hips. Imprint your low back, curl your tailbone, and roll the marble again to your belly, and you just lift the hips halfway. So only the hips and the low back are in the air. You can check putting your hands together in pray position, and that is the distance has to exist in between your hips and the mat. And then the arm longer, kicking the heels to your fingers and the fingers to your heels so you can activate your hamstrings and your glutes and keep the abs in and up. So start to pick the right heel out of the mat using your glute, and then bring down and do the other. Activate that glute. Alternate your heels, feeling that hamstring and glute working harder and the abs in and up. And now, after a couple of them, lift both at the same time and bring it down. Inhale, lift and keep the abs in and up. Exhale, go deeper in that abs. Every time you lift, find a space in the size of the waist. Every time you exhale, scoop up the abs inside your ribs. And remember, use your hips. You can always keep your hands there if it's necessary. You will repeat 10 of these ones. And when you are done, curl your tailbone even more. Lengthen your spine to your heels and roll down and down and down. Bring your knees to your chest, and you can give you an extra stretch to your hamstrings here. Extend the legs, flex your ankle, bringing the toes to your nose, keeping the hips on the mat, and if it's possible to pull the legs, keeping the hips down so you can give a nice rest to your hamstrings. Bend the knees, and we are done with that exercise.